Shalom friends, welcome to Daf Reactions, Bava Kamma 104. Come with me on a journey through time to an age before Venmo. Before we could send the exact same $10 back and forth to each other over and over again for eternity to reimburse each other for lunch. So how did they manage this in the Talmudic era? Not lunch necessarily, but reimbursement for other things. Rav Yosef Bar Kamma from Babylonia had borrowed some dollar bills from Rabbi Abba, who lived in Eretz Israel. And the debt was in fact due, but Rabbi Abba was not going to schlep over to Babylonia. He asks Rav Safra, who was traveling that way anyway, to be his human invoice to Rav Yosef Bar Kamma. Rav Safra gets there and he's greeted by Rav Yosef Bar Kamma's son, who happens to be none other than a young baby Rava. Side note, I actually don't know how young he really was at the time. I just know that he was living at home, which frankly could mean that he's 45, which is fine. In that economy, in this economy, zero judgment. Zero judgment at all. But I think the vibe that I'm getting is that it was like young financial prodigy teen Rava. So that's what we're going to go with. So Rava says, "Shalom, friend, how can I help you today?" And Rav Safra says, "Shalom, I am here as a debt collector on behalf of Rabbi Abba." And Rava is like, "Oh, absolutely. Happy to help. Can I see the receipt, please?" And Rav Safra is like, "I actually don't have one of those." And Rava is like, "Oh, okay. Maybe do you have the original form of payment? Maybe the credit card Rabbi Abba used by any chance?" And Rav Safra said, "I actually don't know what any of those words mean, so no." And Rava is like, "Okay, I have no way of verifying your identity. How do we know that you are the legitimate representative of Rabbi Abba? What if you're just some rando trying to run a financial scam on my dad? What if you're doing some sort of non-Exodus related pyramid scheme? Like, we need the proof, okay? Some paperwork." Young Rava, baby Warren Buffett over here, is just looking out for his dad's financial well-being, his best interest. And the only way Rava is gonna let Rav Safra secure the bag is if Rav Safra himself is the one getting repaid. So he tells poor Rav Safra to go back to Rabbi Abba and get him to transfer Rav Safra the debt. And then Rav Safra should come back to Babylonia, type up in Google Docs an invoice, and give that to Rava. And at that point, because Rav Safra himself would be the one that they're paying, because he now owns the debt, Rava would allow him to take home the kosher bacon. Now, I'm sure that Rav Safra did not think for a hot second that he was signing on to take on the debt or all these travel expenses when he agreed to represent Rabbi Abba in the first place. He just said, "Yeah, I'm going in that direction." This is indeed a perfect example of no good deed going unpunished. But all of this could have been avoided if only Rav Safra had brought the receipts. So remember, to paraphrase Rava, "Picture it didn't happen."